I wasn't going to make a video tonight, but I got done editing a little bit early, so I'm going to sit on the porch and drink a little Lagavulin. So the reason that I want to start talking about money a little bit more is I think it's super important going forward into this next phase and whatever is going to happen with the economy over the next like 10 or 15 years. The only way that we can move forward is to be prepared. Like it's the same thing if we all went on a hunt and I said, prepare for a hunt. You would say, okay, what are we hunting? And I would say, I'm not telling you. Okay, is it going to be hot or is it going to be cold? Say, I'm not telling you. So you would literally pack everything that you had, hot weather stuff, cold weather stuff, and that's what we're about to go into as an economy. And most of us are running around in shorts and a t-shirt going into this economic future, if you get what I'm trying to say here. Everybody that I'm watching is like, yeah, this is going to be, it's going to be weird. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be something because we're printing an ass load of money. The only way forward is to just start to prepare. It's to start to work out. It's to start to understand how to survive in cold weather, how to survive in hot weather, and be able to pack that pack so that you have some options and have some diversity of gear in the bag, so to speak. So I wanted to talk about like a couple of things that I feel like have really helped me get a leg up. And I've read, hundreds of like self-help books and finance books, and some of them are just, they just hit different. Like some of them are just head and shoulders better than the other ones. And one of the first ones is Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Especially if you're interested in real estate. I don't know what it is about that book. He wrote it at a 5th grade reading level on purpose, and it's not that long. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a book that talks about his poor dad, who was a college professor. And he was a get a good job, save for retirement, and the system's broken, everything's somebody else's fault, that mentality. And then his rich dad, who was figure out how to build businesses. I'm going to overcome the system that is broken and crappy and sucks. I'm going to figure out people. I'm going to learn people. I'm going to learn how to put people in places that I can use their personalities to be better than I would be in this position, to leverage them to build these businesses into something great. And it's this, the book is the development of these two people over time. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I guess for you, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Fantastic book, super short read, but it's literally a book that I go back to every year because it feels so impactful and it hits me different every single time I listen to it. The stories and everything are still familiar, but for some reason, just as life goes on, yeah, it's just one of those books that for me just ages really, really well. So I would encourage you, if you're curious about this stuff and maybe your family didn't teach you much about finances growing up at all, or you feel like maybe you're just not getting ahead, I feel like this is a really good foundational book to start with, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The second thing is, if you act like no one owes you anything and no one is going to do anything for you, but you're 100% responsible for your success or your failure, you are going to be empowered. That is going to empower you. If there is something that needs to be addressed in your life and you can make an excuse and you can blame it on someone else, well, my parents didn't raise me right, my parents split up, I had a kid early, my boss is a dick, whatever the thing is, completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. Your success is based on you, your actions, and your thoughts. Like that can take you miles. And I struggle with this sometimes because I feel like it's super easy to fall into the trap of blaming a system that I think is, the older I get, the more corrupt I feel like the system is. But it doesn't matter because there are still people that win in this system. And as the system continues to get more corrupt, because if I feel like it's not going to get better, you have to decide, do you want to win inside this system or not? And if you want to win inside the system, you have to learn how to play a certain kind of game Be willing to play the game and take agency for yourself. Those are the two things. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, take agency of yourself. Read Jocko Willink's Extreme Ownership if you want to. Don't tell your wife that you're making changes. Don't tell your kids that you're going to be a better dad. Don't tell your boss that you're working on stuff. Just start acting. The great thing about you problems is you can solve them yourself. This is important. It's super important because I think that blue-collar hunters, and the truth is, I'm not much of a blue-collar guy anymore. Like, I blue-collared for a while, but the goal is to blue-collar into white-collar. Like, and you don't have to. Blue-collar is respectable. I will take the freaking trash out. I will clean toilets. Not a problem. But the goal to further yourself is to take off the blue-collar shirt, put on a white-collar shirt, and start managing people that wear blue-collar shirts. That's your future. Like, that's the way things need to go. And to learn that, it's a different set of skills. Read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Start taking agency, ownership of your own life. I think that those are two fantastic baseline things to start with. And I'm going to keep talking about this stuff. I'm going to go deeper, more details, probably a little bit more structured. This was literally just kind of like top of my head stuff that I wanted to talk about tonight while I was waiting for this video to render down. There are a lot of people that watch this channel that are already super successful. Like, I have guys message me that are going to donate stuff for the Mere Mortal Archery stuff, which, if you haven't seen, I launched a brand that's going to basically take all the profits and give those to different organizations that are going to help vets and police officers and firemen get, like, wounded vets, wounded police officers, wounded firemen, get into archery, because archery is such a fantastic sport that helps create some of this agency that I'm talking about, because nobody is responsible for getting the bow set up, making sure that you've got the good sight tape, making sure that your arrows are right, and then making that shot. Like, there is such a wonderful discipline that comes with archery, and we want to spread that. Jocelyn and I want to help push this movement out to everybody. And through these conversations with people that are on board and wanting to give, there are a lot of people that watch this channel that already have a lot of resources and have built businesses. Please comment with things that you feel like have been super impactful for you as a business owner below, so that as people are reading the comments, they can take away more stuff, like certain podcasts you listen to, books that you've read, or just like little light bulb moments in your life that you've had. Let's start sharing them. All right. That's all I have for tonight. I'm going to keep drinking. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Brandon McDonald.